Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. So glad you're here. Today we are doing episode 3 of our series Design Within Reach, where we take you through everyday people's homes and show you that you can have a home and a space that you love no matter what kind of budget you have. Today is a fun episode. It's our first apartment tour. Our friends Josh and Hannah have the cutest 500 square foot apartment. They've poured so much love into it, and I think it's really going to inspire you renters out there to make your home beautiful even if it's temporary. So let's go see what Josh and Hannah are up to. Welcome. Josh!
Hi.
Welcome.
Come on in.
Thanks, friends. Alright, you guys, here we are with our good friends Josh and Hannah. We love them dearly, and a fun fact about Josh and Hannah is that if you watched the first 2 episodes of this series, you saw Wendy's home tour and Jen's home tour. Wendy is Josh's mom, and Jen is Hannah's mom. So you saw that they have a beautiful style, and Hannah and Josh have beautiful style, both of them individually, and you're gonna love their home. But before we get started in touring your home, I want to hear about your guys' inspiration.
I would say it definitely came from my mom. Just my mom's always been obsessed with interiors, and I think I get a lot from her as far as just like historical pieces, which we'll probably go through. But I think lately it's been inspired through travel, which I think you would agree with, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think definitely like it's both out of our mom, just like instilled it in us. And then again, like it's like our travels, like we just pick things up at like local shops and stuff. And then just like our what we like a lot of stuff in our home is from like our hobbies and our passions and stuff. So
Just
it's very
generally
personal.
what we like. Yeah. If we like it and it just like makes us think of each other, then we get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of that through your home.
Yeah.
I feel like the first time I came here, you were showing me all these little pieces, and it's all like bouncing back. Oh, Josh got this for me. Oh, I got this for Josh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's very you guys,
Yes,
which they're gonna
for
see.
sure.
Where do you find most of your pieces in your home, would you say?
I'd say the larger pieces we've thrifted. So like this table, chairs, all like the little pieces though, I'd say we've gotten through all the places we've traveled to.
What are your favorite pieces, or maybe you have a special story attached to different pieces or things you've made yourself? Just take us through and tell us a little bit about your favorite moments.
Yeah, I think Hannah's gonna want to start.
I was gonna say, this table is my all-time favorite piece ever. This is actually from the Magic Kingdom. It was one of the original tables in one of the shops on Main Street. I'm a huge Disney fan. I also used to work at the Magic Kingdom, so when I found this at an antique store in Florida, I knew I had to have it, so I just bought it. I didn't know how I get it home, but thankfully Josh's mom drove it home for me.
Yes.
So this is like my favorite piece of all time.
And I love that you guys, where you placed it, because when you walk into this apartment, you would just think, oh, it's gonna be a living room, there's gonna be no dining room. But it's so smart to put a table here. Now you guys have a place to sit and eat, whereas normally I feel like people would just be like, all right, I guess we're just sitting on the couch and eating dinner.
Yeah. Is this your
Yeah.
favorite piece?
My favorite piece?
Yeah.
Probably not. My favorite piece is probably our coffee table. It's like the first piece me and Hannah got together.
Oh, that's
We stumbled upon this antique store in Pennsylvania as we were looking for like wedding venues, and there's this old guy. He like just got it in. He was so happy that we're getting married, and I think it's beautiful. It's like hand painted, and it's a really cool
gorgeous.
piece.
I love that. This is one of my favorite things. I think it's so unique and also a good conversation starter.
Yeah. So this was inspired by the Naval Academy, which is where my brother goes to college. There is a big flag hanging up that says "Don't give up the ship." The letters are all crooked like this because it was hand sewn back in like the 16th, that's forever ago. So Josh and I were so inspired by the quote and the piece, we decided to recreate it. So we actually hand sewed this.
Yeah.
Each letter took us probably like 2 hours.
And we inversed the colors just to put our own spin on it.
It's probably one of my second favorite pieces.
Yeah, I love this piece for sure.
And that's something that you'll never get rid of.
No.
You'll never not have a space for it in your home because it's so unique to you guys and you did it together. And the fact that it took so long to do.
So long. If you go close, you can honestly kind of see all the stitching.
You see the stitching, yeah.
Josh is a lot better than mine.
Well, tell us a little bit about the shelf and what's like special to you guys on it.
Yeah, so we kind of have like Hannah's like little shelf up here, and then this is a mixture of both of us, and then this is mine down here, and then again this is like another mix.
So as mentioned, I do love Disney, and that was actually something that I really wanted to incorporate Disney into our home, but I did not want it to be like in your face Mickey Mouse. But again, because I love it so much and I wanted to incorporate it, I did that through some books. So this is like an old vintage Disney book. I also love pink, so I incorporated that. This is just like little stuff. When we went to Arizona, I loved gambler quail, so I just painted this little artwork to have on here. Little pieces from our travels, which again made it special to me.
And Justin, didn't you make that?
Yeah, I drew that. I did it quickly for Hannah's mom's birthday one year. I just did it for her card, and then I loved it so much I got it printed. And then down here we have just some more odds and ends. Right here we have shop2story.com. It's one of my favorite pieces I have in the house. It's, you can get unique stuff like that at shop2story.com. Link in the bio. You can also see it maybe right here. And then down here, this is like my little shelf. It's just some of the books I've collected or Hannah got me for Christmas over the years.
This little piece, when we went to the Amalfi Coast, we got teacups with little saucers, and when we unpacked it, when we got home, we realized they were all shattered and broken, but it's still really special to us, so we have that little broken piece on here.
I want to hear about these pieces.
So these pieces are actually all guest check notes, like when you're working in a restaurant and you write on a pad orders. Josh and I worked at the same restaurant for like 5 years.
With Andrew.
Yeah, with Andrew.
Yeah.
And Josh one night wrote me a note on the back of a guest check note, and I kept it, and then I wrote him one, and pretty much every shift we worked together, we would write each other a note. And I didn't even know he held on to all of his.
Yeah, and I didn't know she held on to all of hers.
Yeah, I held on to all of mine. So when we got married, I realized that he had all of mine and I had all of his. And so I was like, I definitely want to get them framed. We still have so many more. We couldn't fit them all on. But these remind us of our time that we worked together, which was a really sweet season.
Yeah.
And to make matters worse, neither of them ever wrote me a note.
I love these pieces and I love the placement of them. Where did you guys get these? What's the story?
Another thrifted piece. I think Josh actually, you thrifted them, right?
Yeah.
On your own. But we love American history. Our rug in that corner is very American influenced. George and Martha Washington can't get much more American than that.
I didn't even realize
Yeah.
Martha Washington.
Yeah, and then I think also with again, speaking to the military, how much we kind of fell in love with the military academy, we also wanted to definitely incorporate more American history, which is kind of what it was founded around, so we do love those little pieces. And as we're going into our bedroom, which is only the second room in the space because it is smaller, something my grandma taught me is actually to put a long mirror in a really small corner because it elongates it, or rather makes it feel in a bigger space. So we're always trying to find ways to make our 500 square foot apartment feel a little bigger.
I love your guys' bedroom. I love the patterns. Tell us a little bit about the pieces in here and the stories behind them.
Yeah, so speaking of patterns, we fell in love with patterns in the Amalfi Coast when we went there for our honeymoon. We originally actually started out by liking white and gold and kind of just the more simple traditional look. Then we went to the Amalfi Coast and they did patterns on patterns on patterns, and it looked like it wasn't even a thought. It just looked effortless. I think that's the moment we love doing patterns. So our bedroom does have a lot of patterns, which is actually one of my favorite parts about it. I love a little touch of maximalism. Probably my favorite piece in the whole room is this headboard, which Josh found at Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah.
And gave it to me for Christmas 2 years ago. Wow. And it's actually a folding screen. It's not meant to be a headboard, but I loved it so much I wanted to use it as a headboard, and I'd say it's probably my favorite pieces in here.
Yeah, I would agree.
Such a smart idea because it's so unique. Somebody's not going to be like, oh, where'd you get your headboard? Let me buy that headboard.
Yeah.
And the colors are so good. That rich green,
Yeah,
blue.
oh, yes.
Yeah, and it's hand painted, and you got it for such a good price, right?
Yeah. In my head, I was like, I'm not taking this home for more than 100. And the guy came up, he's like, I can do it for 60. I was like,
wow.
Okay, because it's such a beautiful hand painted, handmade piece, and I was like,
I mean, that would be an antique shop, like an upscale antique shop for like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Your mom did that piece of art. And
Yes.
we have that in the corner that we absolutely love.
I love this little corner.
Yeah.
Or I use this corner occasionally just to like read, especially because it's by a little window, so I love getting the breeze. Like read my Bible here.
I love it. And I love just like your little setup here. All these little moments. I love this little
No
picture
gold.
frame.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we found that somewhere together too.
I'm obsessed with these curtains and another pattern that
Mhm.
just like fits so well. Where did you guys get these?
It kind of makes me sad to say Amazon because I kind of wish they were like these antique curtains, but they are actually from Amazon. I used to have real chinoiserie curtains in my old childhood home, and they just make me think of like my old childhood bedroom, sharing a bedroom with my sisters. And again, I think they just added to the fact that we love patterns.
Well, thank you guys for taking us through your home. So fun hearing all the stories behind all these really beautiful pieces. I want to know what you guys hope people feel when they come into your home.
Yeah, I think for both of us, I think it's just to be inspired. I would say like just to like be inspired to kind of do your own thing. There's like no right or wrong. Like when you design your house, it's just like what you love and things that are important to you.
Yes, I would agree with the personal aspect. I want people to definitely see just elements of like our family, us, certain things that inspired everything. So I would say definitely just that they would get a sense of our personal lives.
I think that probably everyone watching is going to get this too, but like I feel like in your home, it just is an extension of your love for each other too. Like there's so many little things that like it's between you two. I mean, I said it before, things you got for each other, you thought of each other, and I think that like love shows through, and that makes people feel very at home and cozy just because, yeah, it's really personal to you guys. Do you guys have any like kind of budget-friendly tips and tricks for people who are decorating their home but maybe don't have a huge budget?
I would say one, obviously thrifting, but if you did want a newer piece, if you didn't want a thrifted piece, which is understandable as well, something we did when we got married is we went to like Crate and Barrel or something, a store such like that, and we'd go to the sale section, which is usually discounted pieces.
Yeah, it's just like samples that have been on the floor for
like
extended
floor
period
samples.
of time.
Yeah, floor samples are really great because it's a way to get like a budget-friendly item, but it's still like a newer piece. It's just been out on the floor. Or even if there's like a little bit of a problem with it, like even our buffet table is like a little off, like the door doesn't shut completely. We got it for a crazy discounted price, but it still looks like brand new to us in a sense. So that's probably one of mine.
Yeah, I completely agree.
What would be some of your advice for other renters out there?
I mean, for us, when we first moved in here, it was only supposed to be for a year. And we only signed a year lease, and we still like mounted pictures, like mounted our TV. We did DIY projects and put them up because we still wanted like a beautiful house. So like for us, it's 100% worth it. Like when you like enjoy the space you go into, and like when you come home, it's just takes like the weight of the world off you. Like if you had a bad day at work or whatever, when you come home, it's so cozy and it's just a great space to come to.
For us, I mean, whether it was a year or 5 years, again, like we come home every day. We want to come home to like a beautiful space. So I'd say we put in as much effort as we could. If we could like wallpaper and repaint, we would, but we're not able to do that. But I'd say everything we could do, we've done.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back.
Wait, let me turn off the music. Alexa, stop!
That's gotta stay in. Hello everyone, welcome back. I am so sorry I had camera difficulties at Josh and Hannah's apartment, so we wound up losing some of our interview clip. However, they have come over to our apartment and we're gonna finish off the interview and introduce you guys to something really, really cool and exciting. So, Bridget.
One more thing, which is really exciting that we want to ask you guys about. I know you have an upcoming exciting venture. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Hannah and I are starting an apparel company. We're starting off with some hats and some t-shirts just to start off. And it's called Gill, and it should be dropping, I don't know when this video is going to come out, but it should be dropping in the next few weeks from now.
Like end of November, you're
End of
dropping?
November, yeah.
Okay, so if you're watching this and it's the end of November, check out our description because it's gonna have all the info.
And I do also want to like thank you guys, because a big reason that me and Hannah are actually doing this is because we've seen people like you guys like just go for it and do something that you're passionate about and love, and have so much fun doing it as a married couple, and have so much success. So you guys are definitely like a big encouragement and inspiration for us.
You guys are gonna do so great.
So listen, everyone, I just wanted to put this out there. Josh has been my lifelong best friend since I was 3 or 4. And his work, his art, has so much meaning, and each piece, we talk about having stories behind the pieces in your homes, and for Josh's art, like each piece, almost every time, he's got some story as to what made him draw it or why he was inspired to do it. And so it's really, really cool stuff, and you guys definitely need to check it out and give them a follow, because it's definitely going to be worth your time. They're amazing, and we love them so much.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. That'll be $100.
Well, guys, how do we close this out?
Yeah, well, thank you so much for
Yes.
this opportunity, and it's been a
Yes.
blast.
Thank you for having us, and thank you for having us
Yeah.
over.
Aw.
Thank you
It
guys
was
for
so
coming.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay, Gil on 3.
1, 2, 3,
Go!
go!
Guys, love!
All right, cut that. This is. I'm out of here. All right. No, I'm sticking it.
Stop.